Well, let's bring in Robert Gucci from Lancaster here in the UK. He is a senior lecturer at the Lancaster University. He's also author of the book Trump, Presidency, Journalism and Democracy. Welcome to you, Robert. So the social media silence continues. Does that mute the foghorn of Trump altogether?
Well, I think, yeah, I mean, he's really going to struggle, especially if he is released from this ban in January of 2023. That's not much time before the 2024 election if he thinks he's going to either run for the presidency or try to influence the presidency in that short amount of time. And so, bringing it down to email, that's really hard to rally a bunch of support like he did before.
As we were hearing, he may be able to use client journalists. He may be able to use political supporters. In that sense, do you think he's changed political communications landscape forever?
Well, I think the political communication landscape here has to be revisited a lot more than scholars and academics and journalists even want to do. I mean, this is Facebook here. These are private corporations, and as your correspondent said, they don't have to abide by the First Amendment, which in the United States is government intervention upon speech, among other things. What we've seen here are politicians all the way from local levels, school boards, city councils, up to the presidency, using social media platforms to not just relay their ideas and their ideologies, but vital information about everyday life, civic life in the United States and across the world. That's the difference here, is that if private corporations can silence things that they consider to be dangerous or unpopular, but this is how political communicators are communicating with the citizenry, we're in a uncharted territory here in terms of how democracies are going to function and the relationship and communication between the public and those that are supposed to represent them.
Yeah, but Robert, we communicated politically, we communicated with each other, maybe through the avenue of a book, which I know you would celebrate, before we had social media. But do you think, that fox has run, has it? We can't go back.
Well, that's absolutely right. And people have talked about it. It's gone from church pulpits and houses of faith where people communicate everyday life to newspapers, a term that some people may not even recognize in 5 or 10 years. I mean, the news deserts across the United States in particular are so vast that audiences aren't getting communication to them from politicians and aren't able to engage that way because social media and these corporations have become so popular, so profitable, and so much a part of political communication. So you're absolutely right. We've always communicated, and we'll find new ways to communicate. But right now in this transition where we don't have what we had before as a plan B, because the social media environment has dominated the way that people are communicating. Going back to Howard Dean, a presidential candidate who used social media, and then Barack Obama in ways that really transformed how we think about political communication. We don't have that plan B to go back to just now.
Robert Gucci, good to talk to you. Thank you very much.